The sun slowly rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the calm waters of the Outer Banks. Captain Jordan McAllister stood at the helm of her 40-foot charter boat, the Sea Siren, a reliable vessel built for both comfort and adventure. The weather forecast had predicted clear skies and gentle breezes, ideal conditions for a day of deep-sea fishing. Her passengers, a group of 5 wealthy tourists eager for a memorable day, were already on board, preparing their gear with laughter and excitement. Jordan had been running her charter business for years. She relished the freedom of the open water, but something about this morning felt off. A tightness weighed on her chest, a sense of unease she couldn't quite shake. Despite years of experience and an innate ability to trust her instincts, today, with the perfect weather and high spirits, she pushed the feeling aside. "All right, folks," she called out with a smile. "Ready to catch some fish?" The passengers cheered, their enthusiasm contagious, and Jordan focused on getting them safely briefed: life vests, emergency exits, and a run-through of safety procedures. Though most passengers barely listened, eager to start fishing, Jordan made sure everything was in order. With everything prepped, Jordan started the engines, and the Sea Siren eased out of the marina and into open water. The sea was like glass, reflecting the sky's tranquil blue. It was the kind of day that made you forget how quickly things could turn. They reached the fishing grounds by mid-morning. The guests cast their lines and soon were pulling in catches. The excitement on deck was palpable, the sound of clattering gear and shouts of joy filling the air. As the morning wore on, Jordan began to relax, the earlier unease fading away as she watched her guests reel in one fish after another. Around noon, as the group gathered for lunch, Jordan noticed something unsettling: a dark cloud on the horizon. It was small, barely noticeable at first, but it grew steadily larger as minutes passed. Jordan frowned and checked her weather radar. Nothing on the forecast suggested a storm, but the cloud was undeniable. Just as she was about to suggest heading back, the boat's radio crackled to life with a shaky, panicked voice. "Mayday, mayday, mayday! This is the 32-foot sailboat Rusty Rudder. We are taking on water and have lost engine power. Our position is 34.9 degrees north, 075.6 degrees west. We have 5 souls on board, 2 adults, 3 children. Request immediate assistance, over." Jordan's heart skipped a beat. The coordinates were close, too close. Her eyes flicked to the GPS, confirming that the Rusty Rudder was only a few miles away. She turned up the volume on the radio, gripping the wheel tightly as she listened. A crackling response came through a moment later. "Rusty Rudder, this is Coast Guard Sector Hatteras Inlet. We have received your distress call. Please confirm your current situation, over." There was a brief pause before the frantic voice of the Rusty Rudder captain returned.
"We are sinking. The engine compartment is completely flooded and the bilge pump has failed. The water is coming in fast. We don't have much time. Please, we need help. Over."
Jordan's pulse quickened. She could almost picture the scene unfolding: terrified passengers, rising water. She felt the weight of the decision hanging over her. Her passengers were still oblivious to the danger just miles away, laughing and chatting as if nothing had changed. The Coast Guard responded again. "Rusty Rudder, we have multiple active rescue operations in progress and limited available units. Stand by on Channel 16. A Coast Guard cutter will not arrive for approximately 1 hour. Over." Jordan's heart sank. 1 hour? The storm was closing in fast. An hour might be too long. Her passengers remained blissfully unaware of the unfolding drama as Jordan considered her options. She could feel the tension building inside her. She was close, but so was the storm. The Coast Guard's voice came over the radio once more. "All stations, all stations, all stations. This is Coast Guard Sector Hatteras Inlet. Be advised, vessel in distress. 32-foot sailboat Rusty Rudder, taking on water with 5 souls on board. Vessels in the area, respond if able to assist." Jordan didn't respond, yet. She had a decision to make. head into the storm to try and rescue the family from the sinking vessel, risking the lives of herself, her guests, and her own boat, knowing the Coast Guard was already on the way but further out, or turn back, trying to outrun the storm for the safety of her passengers aboard. If you, kind reader, were Captain Jordan, what decision would you choose?